Day 2 of the Big 12 Pro Day here on NFL Network. Getting ready to roll here from the Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas. Home of the Dallas Cowboys. Today, home to a career program rushing leader in Taj Brooks. Another big-time back, DJ Giddens. We've got tight ends like Jalen Conyers on the field today. Wideouts and quarterbacks will all hit the scene. And, speaking of quarterbacks, how about Shedeur Sanders there with Dad, Coach Prime? They're going to join us here in hour number 2 of our coverage on this, the second day of the Big 12 Pro Day. Second year we've done this event here on NFL Network. Awesome chance to see some of the best players in this conference. Kind of run back to back to back, compare them apples to apples. It's been a lot of fun on day 1. Now day 2, we get to see really one of the fun groups, one of the deep and talented groups of this whole draft class. Daniel Jeremiah, Rhett Lewis, Bucky Brooks on the field in a moment. The running backs.
Yeah, I love this running back class. We could see 3 or 4 first-round running backs this year.
Let's take a look at some of the drills that are going out there on the field right now as we get set here to check out the running backs, going through some routes with the quarterbacks now. Always a good piece of the evaluation for these backs, DJ. Just kind of see what they can do out of the backfield, what kind of hands they have, how they move in some of these routes.
Yeah, and to me, I just want to see how natural they are. How do they make the easy things look easy? Buck, you get a chance to see these guys. They catch it a little bit more now than they did back in the day. They get these running backs more involved with the passing game. But to me, it's just how smooth, how easy can you make it look, Buck, when you're down there watching these guys run.
Okay, yeah, we've got some direction going on here as they get set for this next route.
My bad, DJ. I lost you for a minute.
There you are. There he is.
I lost you for a minute, but I'm back.
I was just curious, Buck, when you watch these running backs. I like watching going through the pass drills, maybe even more than the run drills. You see them run a ton in college, and although they're starting to get more opportunities in the pass game than they did back in the day, I still want to see them go through this process, and I want to see the easy things look easy.
Well, look, DJ, in today's game, we talk about the league being a passing league. You got to be able to make things happen, and it can't just be as a runner running between the tackles on first and second down. The more you can do, the better it is that you can make a 3-down running back. And with 707 providing these guys with more opportunities to catch passes in high school, most of these guys should be able to catch passes. You need to be a factor in the passing game.
Yep. Or maybe getting some of the wheel routes here. Just kind of straight up the field, actually, as you come out of the backfield. So we're getting instruction from Darren Montgomery, quality control coach at Minnesota for Kevin O'Connell. Re-signed Aaron Jones at the running back spot this year. He's been terrifically productive coming over there from Green Bay in his first year at Minnesota.
Yeah, I want to see you catch with your hands. There you go, Taj Brooks. Nice and smooth. You mentioned his production, Rhett, off the charts there.
Had 100 yards in just about every game he played. Which is,
if you're into that,
certainly consistent.
If you're into it.
DJ Giddens, a good one to watch.
Giddens got a chance to be a day 2 pick. It wouldn't shock me if he landed in like the 3rd round. He's a good player. Yeah,
I talked to Coach Chris Kleiman there at Kansas State about Giddens. Said he's probably going to be the quietest guy at the event, but he lets his play speak pretty loudly. I think you see that often.
Well, we talked about him at the top. We saw Ollie Gordon there just a second ago. You got to remember when you're watching Ollie Gordon, that's 227 pounds.
That's a big dude.
That's a big back. He reminded me a lot of LeGarrette Blount when doing him coming out of college, Buck. You know, you get somebody with that size who's maybe not a top-end speed guy, but can grind out tough yards and can also catch it as a good athlete.
Hey, DJ, I can say of all the backs, man, it was so easy for him plucking the ball. And, you know, that's why it's important to really watch the entire body of work when you go back and talk about Ollie Gordon. I know last year was not the production that he's normally put up, but when you go back those previous years, he was a stud.
Let's check in with Coach Montgomery.
Eyes around. Take 2 to 3 steps. Then I want you to wheel it up. Wheel it up. Just how we were looking over our inside shoulder for that rail route, we're going to look over our inside shoulder for this wheel route. Biggest thing here, I got to sail the flat though. Sail the flat. Get your eyes around to sail this one. Because if the quarterback's hot, he has to get the ball out to you now. It's not going to be hot right now, so don't worry about it. I just want you to sail this route. Make the defender think you're working flat. Have him work at a flatter angle towards you, then wheel it up. Go from are y'all good from going
So
from
Buck, when we're watching these wheel routes here, what he's talking about too, get those backs, just get a little glance, just a little glance back to the quarterback as you're getting towards the flat before you turn it up.
Yeah, just a little flash. More importantly, DJ, I'm trying to figure out which guys can follow instructions.
There's no red line.
Because so much of it's
but
been
we all know
coached.
the red line.
Found himself out, and I noticed that he said he was relieved to be back at home with the Chargers.
Yeah,
DJ should be excited about that.
Yeah, Justin Herbert's excited about it.
Yeah, no doubt.
We'll give him a chance to get to the ball here. That one's a little bit overshot.
Drop.
Here's Taj
Brooks.
Brooks. Boy, look at that production. 4,500 rushing yards.
Track the ball easy right there.
Coach McGuire there at Texas Tech really feels like he should have been a bigger part of that top running back conversation that we've been having coming out of college. Guys like Genty and Hampton.
Good.
Corey Krosky-Merritt right there from Arizona.
Let's see Giddens here. Give him a chance. Well,
Hey,
get to
Buck,
it.
you saw JCM there, Krosky-Merritt at the Shrine Bowl,
Yeah,
right?
little MVP. Little MVP had a chance to put it down. Him and his teammate. He looked.
Ollie Gordon.
He pretty good. And I will say this, jumping ahead. Look, man, Ollie Gordon looks at a
He
different
caught
level.
that smooth, man.
Yeah, he looks like he's at a different level than some of his competitors out here today. Everything is really smooth for him.
Corey Kiner.
In 2023, they don't give out that Doak Walker for failure.
No, that's right. That's right. I mean, it was an incredible run for Gordon in 23.
With Neal right there, that was a little example of where you're going to have some split grades on him because as a runner, and Buck, you touched on him, he's so instinctive. He's got a great feel. The question is, like on that throw, does he have that little extra gear, to go get a ball like that one we just saw?
Yeah, I mean, that is the thing, man. He's kind of like a throwback at the position, like early down. You watch him at KU. He can put that offense on his back as a runner.
As we get a look at the explanation of this drill from Minnesota Vikings quality control coach Darren Montgomery, who's running these running back drills.
I want you to press the A-gap with your do-up forward, the do-up forward that you're familiar with. I want you to press the A-gap here. Me and Coach, we're going to be the two linebackers. We're going to be here. Both of us are going to move at the same time. We're going to fill 2 out of the 3 holes. Me and him can go both in the A and B. I can go in the A, he can go in the C. I can go B, he can go C. Whatever it is, you're reading duo inside out. A to bounce, A to bounce. Whichever hole we don't go through, you have to react to us, bounce it out, jump cut it out. It may be to the B gap, it may be all the way to the C gap. If we go attack out, take that thing all the way to the A. That's why it's important for us to press that A gap, okay? All right, Coach, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Really for you, it's just going to be 1, 2.
That's the explanation.
Easy way to do it?
Yep.
Not necessarily the grammatical way, but we'll take it. Penny Boone from UCF, who kind of had to deal with R.J. Harvey getting a ton of carries there in Orlando.
Start quickness there. Again, this is the opportunity for guys like the Carlos Brooks, who doesn't have a ton of production, Buck, but you get a chance to see him in a workout setting. Can you flash enough? Can you show enough to interest some teams and maybe get yourself an opportunity to get into a camp?
Yeah, so I mean, it's all about being able to show those skills, those tools, and those talents. The balance in body control, what they're able to do while they're working through the bags, really, really important, really impressive. If those guys can kind of get in and out, show that cat-like quickness.
Yeah, Giddens, you see right there, he's kind of a linear guy. Like he's just kind of a little bit upright, but real smooth. As Ollie Gordon looks good going through there. Ollie Gordon has got some huge legs, man. Good night.
Look, man, just did a one-on-one interview with him. DJ, you talk about the size. I mean, some guys you just talk about built like a pro. He is built like a pro. Tall, rock solid. You talk about his influence as being Derrick Henry. You can definitely see some of that when he stands up on you.
Johnny Richardson, UCF, Trey Sanders, there TC. Scouts are nothing if not resourceful. Nothing if not resourceful. Shout out to Coach Montgomery here for drawing up this stick figure diagram on the old Fairfield by Marriott.
It's well done.
Yeah. There you go. Shout out Marriott. Got to get those points.
No question.
Bomb boy, baby.
Do
it. There he is.
Paper's not cheap, man.
All right, so he's putting that stick figure drill on the stationary to good use right here with Micah Bernard. 1,000-yard rusher this year for the Utes.
Bucky likes to do his top 5 lists on those Marriott
It's
stationary.
more of a napkin situation for Buck. Yeah.
And I like that. Like, the stationary is really important. It's impressive.
Boy, look, Penny Boone, transferred down to UCF from Toledo and ran into R.J. Harvey being a workhorse there, at UCF. So getting a chance now to kind of showcase some of the skills that maybe he didn't get to in limited opportunities when you had a bell cow back like Harvey.
No question.
There's Conyer. Oh, watch it. We got tight ends going on.
A lot going on.
A lot going on here. All right, to Carlos Brooks.
Good.
There's Taj Brooks.
Here we go. Got a good look at it here. Keep the eyes up. Good job. Foot in the ground and go.
Pair of Arizona running backs. Here's his teammate, Corey Krosky-Merritt. There you go. Offensive MVP of the East-West Shrine Bowl. Mike Yam, Bucky Brooks, Isaiah Standback calling his name a couple of times that game. DJ Giddens is a fun one, too. We've talked about a little bit. Here's Ollie Gordon. Let's see what you got, Deej.
Yeah, he looks smooth. He's just, again, he's so big. He's going to play at 230 pounds, slim down a little bit here for the spring, but that's a big back.
Corey Kiner from Cincinnati. Beloved there by that Cincinnati coaching staff led by Scott Satterfield. Loved his work ethic, his preparation.
There's quick feet
That
right
was
there.
Johnny Richardson.
Jay Rich showing off a little quickness there.
Yes, he did.
There's Trey Sanders, transferred into TCU, was a really highly regarded player coming out of high school and began his career at Alabama before finishing up as a Horned Frog. Watch those bags. Watch those bags. And experience all that the draft has to offer. One of the best parties on the NFL calendar for sure. Great opportunity to get in for free. It's Micah Bernard going through the wide zone drills here for the running backs along with Penny Boone.
This is something, Buck, that these running backs should be very familiar with. You see this a whole lot watching college tape.
I mean, everyone is running inside and outside zone, but wide zone in particular. But when you think about the National Football League, this Kyle Shanahan influence and how many teams employ that kind of scheme, we need to be able to see these guys. Can they put their foot in the ground? Can they bend it back? All of the balancing body control things that you see in this drill.
Trust that I'll get you the ball. Eyes on your aiming point.
Wally Conley right there from Arizona. His teammate. That's Ollie Gordon, right? No, that was Krosky-Merritt right there. That's the teammate.
Good.
DJ Giddens.
Good.
He should be very comfortable here. And again, he's just kind of a glider. You go to the ultimate glider, Buck, is Marcus Allen. Like, that's always who I think of with kind of the upright gliding style.
Set a high bar.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying it's Marcus Allen, but that's stylistically, there's just different styles of runners. That's the style that you're looking at.
I mean, stylistically, and talking about this drill, having played with Marcus Allen in Kansas City, one of the more remarkable things is we practice on grass, DJ.
Yeah.
And he practiced in darn near tennis shoes. And so I'm looking at him make cuts, and it was just a reason why he's a Hall of Famer, because he had no spikes in his shoes. He wanted to have the easy walkers on, and to run outside zone and make these on the dime cut. Like, I was like, oh, that's the reason why he's a gold jacket guy, and others are not.
That's funny.
That's right. Okay, so talking about Ollie Gordon, it's a pretty rich tradition of running backs that have come through Stillwater, right?
Just a couple.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's right.
Just
Barry and Thurman. Anybody heard of them?
That's all.
Yeah, no doubt. And Gordon